This tongue truck here is a McCormick Deering tongue truck, and probably did or could have came standard with this machine. They use these because they're interchangeable with it's a regular McCormick. They're interchangeable. They used them on grain binders, corn binders, everything is all the same. This one here is particular one is set up for this mowing machine. If it was on a grain binder where they required 4 horses, you could run your offsets off of this. That's for. Myself, I don't really want to say anything bad about them. I don't particularly care for that style of tongue truck. For the only reason is if you have a team or get yourself in a situation where you're turning, because the way this one works, when you turn the corner, this tongue turns like this here, and that means your horses can be standing right over here alongside of this cutter bar, and they could conceivably get hurt. I've heard a few people say that they had heard of a horse getting his foot cut that way before. So generally, I don't. Other than the fact if you get yourself in trouble or bind or something, I don't want to say anything bad about them. But that is one thing that could be one probably disadvantage of this style of tongue truck. There's another style of tongue truck. It's kind of like, I think there probably is more around here like it. That one there, if you look over there, they got a crazy wheel on it, they call it right there. And they've got an insert that sits in the tongue right here with that crazy wheel on. And the tongue can only go up and down. It can't go sideways. So you're just like this here. And your horse can never get close to that bar to get any injury, you know. And that's the ones I prefer, and that's the ones I use on my mowing machines. This here, number 9, see that one, the first one we looked at was a high gear. And this one here is a regular gear. And the way was explained to me at one time is that a regular gear was for a regular team of horses. And the high gear was for a slow team of horses. You know, for an old, slow walking team. The difference is in the gearbox, and generally, if my memory serves me right, 1 revolution of the wheels is what it goes by, 1 complete revolution. This sickle in here will make about 26 or 27 cycles forth and back on a regular gear, and on a high gear it's like 28 or something like that. It's not much more, but it is a little bit more.
Yeah. How fast do you want your horses to go when you're using this to get the best effect?
Well, it's really just a nice walk. It really is just a nice walk. So there's the best way to explain it is yeah, it kind of sometimes if you're in heavy grass, you begin to step up a little bit, it cuts better. But really, nothing changes because it's a ground-driven mower. That cycle of the sickle going back and forth like 28 times, we'll say, does not change. Like if this diameter of this wheel here, I think is just looking at it, I'm guessing probably about 140 inches or so, or 130, 140 inches if you measure the entire distance around. So that means when this mower travels 140 inches per se, the sickle goes back and forth 28 times, and you cannot change that. Right. That is not changeable. And so the only thing is, if you get going a little faster, you got a little bit more momentum, and that's about it. But the speed of the sickle versus traveling on the ground, that does not change. There's no way of changing that.
Yeah, that's all right in the gearbox.
All right in the gearbox.
Yeah. Okay.